Before we get started, cue Indigo Saint.
Let's get it. Indigo Saint in the building. Blackrue investing. Let's go.
Who's this producer? Best believe I was Blackrue investing. With your money, you ain't gotta be guessing. Profits is what we manifesting. So we binge on that Blackrue investing. Best believe I was Blackrue investing. Got course in this race, we ain't resting. We got stocks, we got crypto with a blessing. So thank God for that Blackrue investing. Best believe I was Blackrue investing.
What is up, guys? Bitcoin just ticked over 24K, so you know we're going to be talking about that. Things with eclipses. Going to be talking about that. Great news for Ripple, and as always, questions. So let's go ahead and bring this up, both on the general and the crypto side, and also the Blackrue investing side. And as always, come on over to Blackrue Investing. It's darkhorsewatcher.com. That is darkhorsewatcher.com. And like and subscribe. And before we get started too, let me remember to share the screen here. We'll share the audio as well. Boom, boom, boom. And here we are over here on Blackrue. Again, be sure to come over to like and subscribe if you haven't already. And make sure you smash up the likes. And also make sure you subscribe to Gentlemen of Crypto if you haven't already. Here we are. Okay, it's telling me something about moderators over here on Blackrue. Okay, let me just mute here. What's up, Ace? What's good, homie? What's going on, Ron B? Mute. And then let me go over on Gentlemen of Crypto. I guess where we'll start first, though, guys, is that great news Ripple before we go into Bitcoin, because we're going to do something with eclipses that you might find really interesting with Bitcoin. What's up, Nerd Up Inc. Marv? What's up, 64ECG? What's up, Outcast? What's going on? So, some great news for Ripple. Not sure if y'all heard, but the judge ruled that secondary sales of library does not classify as a security in the SEC case. Now, the guy who got this kind of like done was John Deaton. He's a good follow on Twitter. If you got to follow him already, you should, because he gives great news on the XRP case. He was there speaking on behalf of library to the judge, and he basically got the judge and the SEC to agree that the secondary sale of LBC does not classify as a security. Now, that's great. That's great because it should apply to Ripple as well. And here we are. During Monday's hearing, the SEC asked the judge to clarify the first ruling looking to prohibit all sales of LBC tokens. The judge said the previous ruling only applied to the direct sale of the token, not to secondary sales, an argument made by attorney John Deaton, who served as an amicus curiae in the case for the tech journalist Naomi Brockwell. Deaton cited a paper by attorney Louis Cohen that examined all the security lawsuits in the U.S. since the creation of the Howey test. The paper showed that no court acknowledged an underlying asset as a security. Bottom line, the judge got both. The judge said to I guess, the prosecutors, which is the SEC, hey, you don't think that selling secondary sales is a security, right? And they basically said, no, we don't. And that's kind of how it was left. So huge, great job by John Deaton there by kind of pressing the judge and getting that through. That should be great news for Ripple. Because, hey, if selling secondary sale of library doesn't classify as security, pretty sure the secondary sales of Ripple doesn't classify as a security, which should mean great things for Ripple in its price when we actually get there. I don't know that it reacted to it as well. 41 cents, so not as much as library did. If we come over here and look at library, they actually kind of blew up due to that. Okay, so they went from about 1 cent all the way up to 3 cents and then settled back down to 2.2 cents. So you can see it right here. We'll go to the 7-day. It's even clearer. So you're chilling around that. And somebody must have got some early news of it because it kind of peaked up before that. And then boom, all the way to 3 cents, right? So that's some good news. And then here we're going to move on to Bitcoin. Let me just see who's in the house here. What side do you use for charting the moon phases, or you add that to the chart? I added to the chart here. It's called In Silico's 4 Seasons, and I just added to the chart that way. There is another program I use for charting the moon. I don't use it too often. I use this because it's just easier. But there's another program I use for charting the phases. And I have an exclusive Patreon video on how to kind of operate this. This is Zodiac Wheel, and you can literally see phases of the moon with this. But I have an exclusive Patreon video on how to operate that. So if y'all want to get deeper into that, the Patreon's there for you. But yeah, guys, we got BTC all the way up to 24K, which was very interesting because there was some info out there where Michael Burry was like, sell, right? Michael Burry tweeted yesterday like to sell, and since then he like deleted his account, and apparently this is something he does all the time. He'll say something and like delete his account. So he said sell, and Kramer said buy. So Kramer, he didn't say actually buy. That's kind of wrong. He said that he believes the crypto is bullish. Now, this is the same Jim Cramer who, before we got into this bull run, Jim Cramer was saying at around like 18 or 19, he was saying best time to get out of cryptos right now, So that's the same Cramer who said that. And these guys, I wouldn't follow any of what they're saying. Pay attention to it, but follow the chart. The chart's the best indicator of all of that. Like, for example, you can see here let's not use the day, let's use the hour. in the hour. And this is why I use the EMA. The AEMA passed the 50. So could ride that right on up, right? Right on up for the last, how many hours that been? Like, what's that, 1900? So 5 hours ago that happened. Don't listen to the talking heads, listen to the chart. And we always get into the chart over here, right? Now, I wanted to show you guys something about an eclipse. And shout out to Waters Above for this. He made this really cool comment. So check out his channel when you guys get a chance. So lunar eclipses, right? The last lunar eclipse was November 7th and 8th. Do you remember what happened November 7th and 8th, 2022? Let me see if anybody's going to get it here. Y'all remember what happened November 8th, November 7th, 2022? Let me see if anybody's going to guess it. Kramer and Peter Schiff said something. Did Schiff say it was bullish too? Go reverse. Okay, Ron B's got it. FTX. The FTX debacle just happened to coincide with that lunar eclipse. So let's go back to the day chart. It's crazy, right? And people think that astronomy is bullcrap, and gematria and all of that is bullcrap. But it just so happened that Sam Bankman-Fried stuff happened to coincide with a lunar eclipse. You can't make this stuff up, guys. You can't make it up. You can't make it up. So we have a solar eclipse, total, solar instead of lunar. So if you're saying like duality, and remember duality, I don't know if you guys check out my whole my rock fin, but there's something called the Hermetic laws, right? Duality is one of them. Like duality is one of them. So definitely come over here and check out my rock fin. We talk more esoteric kind of occult stuff over here. And I know occult has negative connotations. Only thing that occult means is hidden. So I know it has a bad name, occult, but all it means is hidden. So come on over here and check out my Rockfin channel, guys. And what's up, guys? We're gonna break down this Lex, and I broke down Lex and Kanye, that whole interview. So come over here and we talk about the Hermetic principles, right? Let me see if I can just briefly bring that up for you guys. Just so you have some understanding about what I'm going to talk about with that. So, okay. So the first principle, they call it mentalism, but really, let me see here. Okay, this is the principle. Polarity. Everything is dual. Everything has poles. Everything has a pair of opposites. Like and unlike are the same. Opposites are identical in nature, but different in degree. Extremes meet. All truths are but half truths. All paradoxes may be reconciled. The Kabbalion. So, a simple thing about this, a simple example is hot and cold. This is just the absence of heat. They're both the same thing, temperature. So, I said that to say, okay, the dualism in like solar eclipse, lunar eclipse. So if we got bearish on the lunar eclipse, on a solar eclipse, we may get bullish. Okay. So April 20th is not too far away. Maybe that's around the time we go into like a 40 spot, 40K spot, or 45K around that time, right? And we've had various little pullbacks along the way here. If we go back to the hour chart, we've had various pullbacks along the way to kind of keep it from like storming upward. But 40K is not too far away here, you know? So let's bring in some extra indicators here. Okay, so now we're screening over the RSI on the hour. But before that 5-hour rapid descent, we were just chilling in the middle. So another thing to note, guys. The next full moon is February 5th. So maybe we get some bullish action then as well, especially if we pass over 25K. Okay. And I've shown you guys here where we've had the bullish action. Where is it? Following the full moons. Particularly this one, right? But it seems like every moon phase actually we get some bullish action every moon phase. So perhaps this next moon phase will be no different. And it's a full moon phase, right? So let's see if we got any questions here before we go into anything else. But definitely check out my Rock Fin where I go in deep on the Hermetic principles. What's up, Janet Hayes? I used to listen to Peter Schiff on his very podcast since about 2028. He was right about Gold Run back in 2012. He's been wrong about the market cycles ever since then. On 12, 25, 22, Peter Schiff said, since the upside potential is so low and the downside risk is so high, the smart move is to sell today. Yeah, like these talking heads, man, just listen to the chart. Listen to the chart, dude, you know? And then when you have the chart on top of things like these moon cycles, oh man, you get to be very dangerous then. You get to be very, very dangerous. Let's go over here and look. What's up, Pavan Guru? And yeah, go inverse Kramer and you'll win every time. That's why when Kramer just said it was bullish, that made me skittish, man. I was like, oh no, don't say it's bullish. Don't say the market is bullish, Kramer. Please don't say that. Just stop talking about crypto altogether, bro. Just stop. So that's what I'm hoping, Ace, too. Since he said the bull run is back, I'm hoping that means, okay, we got a little bit of time in the bear. What's up, Pavan Guru 1? Pavan Guru 1, I think you're the one who brought Tao to our labs here. Hope you guys got into Tao. It's sitting at 75. I think Pavan Guru brought it to our attention at around like 40. So it's up to 78, 76, guys. And a nice contributor to the channel, Tokenizer. I did a collaboration with him. Tokenizer is pretty high on this guy. So one you might want to check out. Fiat for the cause, Outcast. Thank you, appreciate it. Where do you have a link for the Patreon? Yeah, let's grab one. Yeah, Tau is soaring right now. It's crazy. Let's go grab a link for the Patreon. I'll go into my back thing and we'll grab that right quick. Something squawking. Casper finally back to. Casper keeps playing around with this 4 cent level. I like Casper, even though my guy Dion with MYC Network, he does not like their tokenomics. Let me see here. Where were we? Let me grab your videos. And by the way, guys, you can finally do super chats on my side of the channel too. Just FYI. Let me go in here. Verizon. Okay, go and grab that link right quick, guys, for the Patreon. Bam, there it goes. Copy, and there we are. Check out this interview. I thought this was a pretty good interview, by the way. Tom Bilyeu, I don't know if I'm saying his name right, interviewed Michael Saylor, and he said some pretty great things. Michael Saylor, like, everything he said just validated my whole thesis on cash being trash right now. He mentioned a couple countries where their cash just went ridiculously trash in literally like a month or so. Yeah, cash is trash at this point. There's one link over there, and link right here. Boom, 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 boom. Kramer is a top G grifter. Yes, he is, man. I agree. For sure, for sure. Just subscribe. Thanks. Appreciate it. Appreciate it, Outcast. The more the merrier. Hey, since you get exoteric with the crypto, what are your thoughts about Michelle White Dove passing away back in I'm not sure who Michelle White Dove is. I'm getting slowly into the esoteric and crypto. Shout out to my guy Waters Above. I like his stuff. He's really esoteric with it. My guy Bird Dog, he's real esoteric with it. Those are some guys that I'm getting into, and learning a bit of the esoteric stuff. I'm not sure who Michelle White Dove is, but I hate to hear that anyone's passed, though. I really do hate to hear that. I'll look her up, though. Let me go see Michelle White Dove. I think I have heard of her before. Ah, okay, she's a medium. You have to do some research into her. There are a few different people who had some sketchy passings, and I won't say any right now, but there are a lot of people with some sketchy passings, and um, yeah, I won't even. There are a ton of people, um, especially here recently. There were like three different like foreign crypto founders that just were gone like real quick. Oh, no, it was just really bad. Um, yeah, we'll keep that. So I think one of them Nikolai Mish, 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 Mishukin or something like that. The founder of Cosmos was mentioning him. It's crazy. It's crazy, man. Oh, ALBT had a hack. Okay, let's see if they went down any. Because I've been meaning to pick up some more ALBT. I'm bullish on them long term. So if they had a hack and they're down at all, I will definitely come and scoop. Oh wow. Okay. Wow. Definitely gonna scoop up some of that. Thank you for whoever said that. Let's pause while I buy some ALPT. Do. Been meaning to get that bag a little bit stronger. I'll take that. I'll take that very nicely. Thank you very much. Pause. Buying and selling actively, right? And we'll definitely buy some more once the show's over with, but at least we'll go buy that much. Okay. All right, cool. Definitely been meaning to strengthen that bag. Okay, well, we'll just have to buy more when the show goes off, though. But yeah, wow, that's something. Thanks for sharing that information. Did not know about that. Let's go ahead and set this on an alert. Sometimes, I really question these hacks. Like, I'm not saying that the ALBT did anything like illegal or anything like that. Sometimes I really wonder about these hacks. You know what I mean? Um, but hey, Yeah, KuCoin has it. KuCoin has it. Great information on Pavan Guru. Matic. Matic is still bullish. Matic is one of those coins I wish I bought more of. But right now, like with it being at $1, I feel like there are bargains elsewhere, like what you just mentioned with ALBT. But Matic is one of the coins that was wow, look at that. Matic is one of the coins that was saying it was going to have its own phone. So pretty crazy, right? That's woof. 22%. But see, it held so nicely throughout all of what was going on. It went down just a little bit with the Christmas drop that we got, right? Went down to like 70 something cents, 75 cents. And with this new little push here, it's up like what? Almost 50? I guess 75 cents. So it's up 50 cents. That would be like a 75% gain from the 77 point, right? Something like that, about 68, 70. So keep going, Matic. Very nice. Let's see if we can find any information on that hack. LBT hack. Okay, exploit. LPT token launches 51% after $5 million exploit of Bonk DAO. New ALBT tokens will be minted and airdropped to the affected wallet addresses. So basically, they're going to, not only are they going to increase their supply, let's see. Was the supply already minted? That's a good question. Let's go over here and look at ALPT real quick. They said they were going to mint some more. The real question is, was it all the supply minted already? Probably not, right? Okay. Okay, so all the supply wasn't minted yet anyway. So that's good to know. I figured that, but let's see here. Hackers have siphoned off roughly $5 million of Alliance Block tokens on Bunk, a decentralized borrowing protocol. Alliance Block has paused activity on its bridge following the attack, which occurred Wednesday afternoon. During the exploit, a Polygon wallet accessed 1.12 million of the billion supply. So they accessed like basically 11% of its supply. Bridging them from Polygon chain to the Ethereum chain. The hacker also got away with 500K USD from dumping Bonk Euro tokens. Protocol team, along with that, Bonk will mint new ALPT tokens and airdrop those tokens to the affected wallet addresses. Alliance Block and Bonk teams, including all connected partners, are now in the process of removing liquidity and halting all exchange trading. Okay. Alliance Chain says none of its smart contracts were breached or compromised during the attack, but that hasn't assuaged investors' fears. The ALBT tokens price plunged nearly or roughly 51% during the exploit, according to Coin Market Cap. Okay. Time to just load up on some ALPT, man. All of their catalysts are still here, and it seems like it was just an exploit of the bridge. So everything was fine with the smart contract. So definitely something where you can go on here and get ALBT for half the price. Thank you for bringing that to our attention, Pavan Guru. That's an awesome find. It's a very awesome find. That's crazy. That's why people, these bridges are always open for attack. This is why something like Quant that doesn't use a bridge but uses the overledger, why people would look at Quant like, okay, it's not a bridge. So, and you can see here, Quant just went up. I don't know if this was like from people saying, okay, bridges suck, and they just went and just bought more Quant. But hey, I'll take it. This is why people are kind of looking at Quant, because they're going to be using stuff that's not having a bridge. That's like kind of another open point for attack. So that's why people really like Quant. And why I'm going to be looking to maybe move some profits to Quant as opposed to Bitcoin when things go bullish. Maybe I might want to move some profits to Quant as opposed to Bitcoin because of Quant's very, very low supply in the game. Like you always can play that game, right? Like how much Quant would make you a millionaire, right? But with this very, very low supply, I think people are going to be looking at Quant one day like Ethereum. Like, why didn't I buy when it was $300? Why didn't I buy when it was $150? Like, I know this is a lot for people, but like, imagine yourself having one Quant and it's worth 10,000 one day, 12 or 20K one day, right? I almost feel like it's worth it. Like, hey, you got like, I don't know, tax money or something like that. You just go buy one Quant. Just, hold on to it. Not financial advice or anything, but with this low supply and all the different partners it has, I thoroughly believe we see $1,000 Quant one day. Perhaps even 10K Quant one day. See if we have any more questions. Thoughts on Vera? I'm a fan of Vera, and that was one of the lottery plays we gave out on here, guys. That has since tripled. I got a nice little bag of Vera. Let's see where it's sitting right now. So still triple when we called it out. When we called it out, it was sitting at about 0.002. And that was about a month ago, right? Yep. 0.0022. Since the triple, and it's in that triple range. I like Veracity a lot. Just think if it can just go back to hell, if it just goes back to 5 cents, investing right here, that's like a 50 or a 12x, something like a 12x. If it's like 5.5 cents, right? Something like a 12x from here. If it goes back to 8, which I thoroughly believe every coin is going to pass its previous high. Ooh, sorry. Every coin is going to pass its previous high in this next bull run. So could we see Veracity at like 14 cents, 12 cents? Then we're talking about 20x. Yeah, I'm high. I'm high on Veracity. But again, it's one of those lotto plays. Like, does its use case seem as good as what's going on with Quant, what's going on with Matic, what's going on with XRP? No. However, even being a lotto play, it's teamed up with real companies. It's teamed up with a publicly traded company. We've talked about them before. Bright Cove. It has real patented technology, which is called the proof of view technology. It also has the Vera views, which is using along with Bright Cove to ensure that anybody who uses their plugin on Bright Cove, 100% of their views are real views. So they're helping to prevent bots and bot clicks and bot views. So every view is a real view. That way, anybody who's purchasing advertisements can ensure that 100% of their views are real views. So that's why that's why I'm really bullish on Veracity. And I have a few different Veracity videos. Some of them are from when I started. So they might be like, I'm at a table. It's nothing like this where I got, my green screen or anything like that, but they are still packed with very good information. And I suggest you definitely go over to my channel, www.darkhorsewatcher.com, and check out those Veracity videos. They are very, very good videos. And thanks for coming out. Quick Pick Crypto. What's up, Parabolic P? I'm sorry, I totally missed your question. And let's see here. Janet Hayes, I took some of those gains from this victory and put it aside to get on this Patreon. Appreciate it, brother. Appreciate you. I appreciate you. Appreciate you. Another patron right there. I'm glad you got some victory too, brother. Parabolic P, any AI coins with utility you know of? Right now, the one with the best utility that I know of, I would say is VXV, Vector Space AI. They're being used right now. They're being used by a company called CERN. If you're not aware of CERN, CERN is a they call it a hadron collider. They built this hadron collider underground somewhere in Europe, and they basically take a particle, an atom, and they shoot it through these magnets, and they speed it up and they speed it up around this large hadron collider until it actually opens a small black hole. That's what's going on in CERN. They get some of the world's greatest physicists, period, to work over there. They're highly funded by the Rockefeller Foundation. Not sure if you guys are familiar with the Rockefeller Foundation, but I'm sure you guys are familiar with Rockefeller and the Rockefeller family, one of the richest American families out there. So CERN is teamed with these guys, and you can see their large hadron collider. This gives you a little idea of it. it kind of reminds you of the thought of it reminds me of the Flash. I don't know if you guys ever watched the Flash. How Barry has this track where he runs around this like circular track. That's kind of what's going on with CERN, but with atoms and magnets. Um, so if we come over here and do vector space and CERN, I can show you exactly what I mean. And this was in 2020. So I assume they're still working with them to do this because whatever they're opening with that black hole, they need to figure out what's going on there. And this is what they specialize in. So Factory Space AI and CERN, the European Organization for Nuclear Research, and the largest particle physics laboratory in the world. By the way, why is their name CERN and this is their acronym? Like CERN has to do with a god, an ancient god called Cernunnos, but that's getting into the esoteric a little bit. Well, if you guys want to kind of learn a little bit more about this, I have a rock fin totally dedicated on going into Cernunnos and this kind of partnership and who CERN is actually is. So definitely come over here and check me out on Rockfin. Uh, where is that partnership? And you'll notice something with their logo, by the way. Looks like there are 3 6s in their logo. It's kind of weird, huh? That little 3 6. So there we go. So we go into it over here. But let's continue. And the largest particle physics laboratory in the world are creating data sets and are creating data sets used to detect hidden relationships between particles, which have broad implications across multiple industries. These data sets can provide a significant increase in precision, accuracy, signal or alpha, and for any company in any industry. For commercial use, data sets are 99 cents per minute, per update, per whatever, and they have to buy the token in order to kind of use the data sets. The data sets are algorithmically generated based off formal natural language processing understanding models. So they're being used right now to do stuff like this. They're also partnered with LCX. This is also 2020. So they were supposed to partner with them to do like an event-driven, like smart. I basically have like a bot for cryptocurrencies. I don't know that they've done this yet, and I'm not even sure why LCX would offer this to regular customers. I would think that they would want to do this for themselves, but um, cryptocurrencies and other smart baskets enable thematic investing. Cryptocurrencies and other trading vehicles contained in each basket share known and hidden relationships based on proprietary natural language processing and understanding data sets. So basically, they use those data sets to plot and sort through different data and determine like ways to trading models, which would improve profits, basically. So okay, we talked about quant. Let's go, quant. Okay. So yeah, so those are that's one AI with use right now. They have other partners as well. Um and they work in a very prestigious university. Vector Space AI originated in a life sciences department of Lawrence Berkeley National Laboratory. So, where founders develop the patents that drive the company's innovation for a variety of academic institutions. So, there's that. AGIX, I'm not sure what they're doing, like who they're working with, but the founders themselves are very, very astute people. So if we go look, founder Ben Gertzel, he was responsible for creating that what is it called? The we'll just have to look it up so I can show you. So not only is Ben a part of this, Ben Gertzel, the company that he worked for to create this robot, Sophia, I should remember that. And just so you know, again, another occult reference. Sophia is the goddess of knowledge. So they always embed this type of stuff in these robots, right? In these things, and we have no idea. But yeah, Sophia, goddess of knowledge. So not only was he the chief scientist of Hanson Robotics, the founder of Hanson Robotics is also his partner in Singularity.net. And this is built on the Cardano blockchain. So this is another one you'd want to take a pretty good look at. Supply of 2 billion, that's a pretty low-ish supply. And if you want a full list of these type of cryptos, come on my Patreon and get those. But for now, you got at least AGIX and VXV. Okay, make sure I didn't miss anything up here. Subjanin. Okay, let me go back on my side of the channel. Make sure I keep clicking on Michael Saylor there. Oh yes, Athena AI is another one that I'm pretty stoked on, and it has a use case now. Hey, what's up, Manly Music? Have you talked much about E Energy Web Token? I can't recall. Yes, I have. I'm very high on Energy Web Token, and it's one of those ones that like hasn't moved a lot. Again, Energy Web Token is one of those ones, and I know you know mainly. We were talking about R3 Cordia, how R3 Cordia has all these different connections to all of these clearinghouses. Definitely come over to the channel. I know you know mainly, but for all those who don't know, definitely come over to the channel and check out this video I did on R3 Cordia. They're basically this enterprise blockchain, a blockchain totally working on enterprise and enterprise problems. You can't invest in them directly, but you can invest in coins that have relations with them. And if you come over and look at their site, R3 Cordia, and believe me, this is going to relate back to Energy Web Token, because Energy Web Token joined them, and I just want to show you that right there before we go into R3 Cordia. Definitely check out the video because we go more in depth, but I just want to show you guys this. R3 Cordia, they're basically working with a lot of different clearinghouses. Basically the easiest way to talk about clearinghouses is like the people who clear checks and clear banking transactions. They're working with this group here. So one big one, which I know mainly is DTCC. They do a lot of clearing for like the major banks in America. But we have a whole bunch of different other clearing houses here and actual banks like Wells Fargo. These are huge, huge people. Well, guess what? Energy Web Token is working with those people. And Energy Web Token, remember, energy is a huge thing. Climate change is a huge thing on the World Economic Forum's agenda, okay? And just anything the World Economic Forum wants to have happen, it happens. Like they have kings, heads of state, the hugest, like the biggest companies in the world, like BlackRock, Siemens, behind them with the World Economic Forum. So if they want something to happen, it just eventually happens, right? So understand that BlackRock, remember, their CEO is an advisor of the World Economic Forum. BlackRock called these guys out in one of their press conferences or press releases. Okay, Energy Web Token, and like I said, they're working with this company, R3 Cordia, and R3 is like the company, Cordia is the blockchain. They're working with them, so basically they'll be able to broker energy to anyone who uses R3 Cordia as a blockchain clearinghouse, basically. So if we go down here, they get into it a little bit. Energy Web's digital infrastructure was specifically developed to enable these assets to provide services to the grid. So basically, they're going to be brokering energy as an asset on this blockchain, on the Energy Web blockchain, and they'll be able to communicate to different banks through Cordia and R3. Okay, so that's like, I cannot state just how huge this partnership is for Energy Web Token. And coincidentally, who we were just like talking about right quick, Alliance Block, they're also partners with Energy Web Token. So very, very big on Energy Web Token, and they are one of the ones who hasn't moved. There were one point in time where Energy Web Token and Filecoin were both at like $3.30. Filecoin has since gone on to be like $5 and something cents, where Energy Web Token, I think, is still sitting around 3 something. Alliance Block. Just want to show you guys the receipts before I move on with that. Let me close some things down here. Vector space. Okay, it's just taking forever to load. Okay, if we come down here, you'll see Energy Web Token. Boom, 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 boom. Also on this list, Quant. So yeah, Energy Web Token's really high on my list. Let's go bring them up, see where they're sitting. They might finally have gotten to the 4s now that things are going bullish. Nope, still 350. So very low supply, 100 million. Very high on this one. I'm starting to build my bag on this one. I got a certain I got a certain amount that I want. I haven't gotten it yet, but I'm still building my bag on this one. And just so we have some price comparison, only one bull market that has been through and was as high as $20. So sitting here, let's say it was at $4, that would mean a 5x. But we can see here it's at 350, so somewhere around a 6 or a 7x. but I thoroughly expect it to be past this because climate change was high on the World Economic Forum's list. So I can imagine a world where Energy Web Token is brokering different energy assets like coal or oil or natural gas on its platform to different banks and yeah, just using it like brokering energy as like a straight money asset, like futures, right? So very high on those guys. Ooh, do I like Energy Web or HBAR more? That's a hard question because they're both in the same circles, right? Just like if we come over here and look, I think both Energy Web and HBAR are on this list. Yep, Hedera right here, right? Who I'm going to say I like Energy Web Token more, but if we look at the multipliers, Hedera has the better multipliers right now. Like we just said here, I thoroughly believe every coin will get over its previous high. But if we just go by the previous highs, we got a 5x multiplier right here with Energy Web. And if we go to Hedera, it's hitting at about 7 cents. It made it all the way to 47. So 7 times 6 is 42. So we got about a 6 or 7x here. So technically it has a better multiplier if you just take it only by that. So yeah, I would say only Hedera. Hedera has a better multiplier, but I'm probably stronger on Energy Web Token over the long run, if that makes sense. Since we're on Hedera, Hedera has a lot of things going for it right now. It has the DeFi going. It's going to be like helping with CBDCs, tokenization. Hedera has a hugely bright future. It's now you can now buy it on Coinbase, so it's listed on there. Yeah, I think things are going to be big for Hedera coming up this next bull run, especially seeing that they're getting into CBDCs and stuff, and they're even more buddy buddy with the World Economic Forum and people like LCX now. Yeah, I think it's going to be a big future for these guys. I want H bar Maxi. I feel you. I feel you. Definitely. I know one guy who hates them. Charles hates them. Yeah, they're faster, energy efficient, and secure. 100%. I think you could say at this point, hash graphs have the better technology than blockchain, even though they're more centralized. They're way faster than blockchains at this point in time. What do you think Tesla will use to become more efficient? Musk tweeted something last year about looking at energy efficient cryptos. Um, if Tesla's serious about using, if Elon's serious about working with Dogecoin, you got to think that he's going to get Dogecoin in there some way. And one thing that you might not know about Dogecoin is Dogecoin can be dual mined along with Litecoin. So Dogecoin and Litecoin have like a kind of a relationship there. And Dogecoin, you know, is a fork of Bitcoin. So Dogecoin might be able to be easily kind of implemented on the Lightning Network due to that relationship or due to that being a fork of Bitcoin. So maybe he turns Doge into something more energy efficient itself. Um, so that's something to look at. That's definitely something to look at. Um, it has a huge supply. That's something. But the fact that it's kind of linked to Litecoin, and Litecoin has a halving coming up in August. Um, that's something which you might want to watch. Um, More and more, that gives me kind of like more of a faith in Dogecoin, like that the fact that it's kind of a little related to Litecoin, and that Elon could at any day say, okay, we're going to use this for Twitter, or we're going to use this for Tesla, or we're going to move it to proof of stake instead of proof of work now. Um, Something to really watch. What's up, Milto? What's up, Kareem Thomas? I'm aiming for 1,000 EWT. They're merging with Polkadot. Well, yes, they have their DeFi up and running on Polkadot actually. Um, they're gonna do like a Polkadot substrate or whatever. So that's another thing about Polkadot where it's like it seems like Cosmos is kicking their butt, but Polkadot seems to be working with all these kind of WEF people. Um, like LCX says, like they basically have documentation saying that they're going to launch their stuff, their blockchain on Polkadot, and you can see here Energy Web token having their swap on Polkadot. Says carbon swap here, but I'm sure they're probably going to have a substrate where they have all of these energy things that they're selling on Polkadot as well. They'll probably only be for private things, whereas this carbon swap is probably something where it's like DeFi. They might have a just a simple privacy node where only only enterprise companies can go and mess with it. But right here, they just have a little DeFi project going. But I thoroughly think they use Polkadot privately to swap whatever commodities they have going on to via R3 Cordia. Yeah, but I'm very high on those guys. Very, very high on those guys. Energy Web. Where can you get? You can get Energy Web token right now. You can get it on KuCoin, and let's go see where else. I know for sure you can get it on KuCoin. That's where I got some at right now. Kraken. I wonder if you can get it on Uphold. CoinX, Bitmart, P2B, which I hear is kind of a big exchange, Gate.io, which you can't use in America anymore. But Kraken, KuCoin, and Bitmart. Surprise. I don't know if they list Uphold on here, but I wonder if you can get that coin on Uphold. Let me check right quick. So I'm not sure that they list Uphold on here. Let me see. So I know you can get XRP on Uphold. Let me see if they list it here. I know XRP is something hard for Americans to get, but I think they do that on purpose because I think JP Morgan doesn't want it to be easy to get to get to get XRP around here in America. Yeah, see, it doesn't say Uphold. Let me see. Let me see all markets. Okay. Like literally, you can get almost everywhere except for America. Kraken. I guess you can use Kraken in America too, right? Guess there's no more. I don't know why they don't list Uphold, but I don't see it on here. Let me see if you can get Energy Web on the Upholds right quick. No, it doesn't look like it. It doesn't look like it. Yes, Uphold does allow you to transfer out. Their interface is a little weird to use to me. Um, I know a frequent flyer over here, Sharon Dawson. Shout out to Sharon. I don't see her in here today, but she says it's not too bad to use, but for me, it's kind of awkward. Um, their interface doesn't resemble like a KuCoin or a Coinbase, but yeah, they allow you to transfer out. So, Crypto Neek, another Patreon in the house. Um, LCX got the same logo as Amazon Flex app, and stores are limiting how much money you can receive on Western Union to under $200. Crypto really the future, 100%. I love KuCoin. Yep, it's happening, man. Limiting that money, man. Banks don't want the bank run to happen. That's what that is. That's all it is. Um, Cash is trash over here, man. Cash is trash. They don't want bank runs, so they're limiting how much money you can get out. You saw what they did to Nigeria. Nigerians can't even get out any money for fear of like they'll get prosecuted. So that's where we're headed. This is cool. I actually put questions in the title this time, but just so y'all know, pretty much I'm free for questions like every show, and y'all can come right over here to the Twitter, and y'all can see my show schedule. I have it posted up and pinned. Sundays 7:30 Mountain Standard Time, and sometimes I'll be a little late, y'all. So that's like 7:30 ish, 7:45. You know what I mean? And then Wednesday, Saturday, and Monday. Monday is like TB and TBA, but I don't have a solid time for Monday. But I usually come on Monday either around 6, 7. It could be any time on Monday, but all the rest of these I generally stick to. 7:30 here on Sundays, 9:30 a.m. on Saturday, and Wednesday at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So just so y'all know, it's up there. I'm pretty much sticking to those. And I'm really trying to build out my Rockfin content too. So be aware over here. We're going to start doing more content over here, more type of esoteric and occult type content. And then maybe we also hit stuff like Lex and Ye, like different pop culture things to come up. But we will hit stuff like, okay, climate crisis, sea trails, Fred Hampton. We got a video Hampton over here. We got videos on the 7 Hermetic Principles. Definitely should check that one out. All different types of stuff over there. Heard something about the price of BTC being a lot more in Nigeria, so there's arbitrage opportunity. Do you know how to see the spread between countries? I do. That is a topic for a future video. Did not know that, Manly. That's some great information right there. I know Nigerians are definitely rejecting. They're rejecting the CBDC over there. So maybe that's inflated the price of Bitcoin over there. So they're like, look, we're not using the CBDC. We rather use Bitcoin and pay a higher price for it than to use the CBDC. So I had to look into that to see like how you can find out Bitcoin price per country. Okay, I'll definitely have to look into that. But let me just do a cursory type of search right here. You see price. Nigeria. Okay. But there's a catch. Interesting. Bitcoin in Nigeria is 60% more expensive, but there's a catch. Price of one Bitcoin is about 38K, but there's more to it than that. Okay. Time of writing one BTC on the Nigerian crypto exchange, Naira X. Okay, so that's probably where we could find the kind of real conversion on Naira X is 17.8 million Nairas, equating to a whopping that much. However, local media points out that the official foreign currency rate listed by the Central Bank of Nigeria doesn't reflect the actual USD price available to Nigerian citizens, as the official CBN exchange rate one equals some narrans. However, the exchange rate of USD on parallel market, a real price that Nigerian citizens can exchange Naira's for, is close to. Okay, so I guess it's just the exchange rate on this specific exchange. So it is trading at a premium, and I'm sure if we went on like the Nigerian crypto exchange Naira X, we could actually get that price. Interesting. Don't let Sam Bankman-Fried find out. He might try to go over there and do some swaps and get himself out of this little problem, this little coinky dinky's in. Even though I don't think he's like the mastermind. But anyway, that's another subject. Interesting. Thank you for that tidbit of news, mainly. Yep, exactly. Exactly. That's why I was poking at him a little bit, Ace. That's supposedly how he got rich. Let's see here. Virgo El Unico, what up? What up? What up? Yeah, exactly. Exactly. There's a big question though to where he got that money from. That's a big question though. Like, okay, who all of a sudden just decides to give a kid this much money to do that? There's some question marks about that. Supposedly effective altruism might have been the people who gave it to him, but who knows? That's a question for Rockfin. That's probably a whole freaking episode on Rockfin, right? um, and we might be far enough from that whole debacle where it's like, okay, I can put that up on Rockfin and it's like new instead of just being like everybody's talking about him right now, right? So I might have to do that on Rock. Yeah, he was doing that. He was doing that to make his money his own early. It is smart. It is smart. But there's a question to what, like, in order to do that, you have to have a lot of money to do those type of swaps. The question is, where did he get that money from? And supposedly, the effective altruism group gave it to him. Supposedly, because like, okay, you're still a 20-something-year-old kid. Where did you get all that money from to do all of these arbitrage swaps? Who gave it to you? He was doing it in some Asian country. I believe it was Korea. So so I was like, okay, yeah, who gave you money? So supposedly effective altruism gave him that, but that's something to delve into on Rockfin. Yep, exactly, Ace. Exactly. His fam definitely connected into getting all of that type of stuff done. Yep. I feel you. I feel you mainly. Me too, man. Like, now that you said that to me, I might have to look into that for real. Call a couple of my friends, see what's up. All right then, guys. It's been good for tonight. Definitely check me out on what's today? Wednesday. So I'll be back on for Gentleman of Crypto on Saturday. I might come back on Monday, on Friday, but just make sure you're liked and subscribed to the channel, and that you click on the bell to get the notifications. And yeah, have a good one, guys. Really appreciate y'all. Peace.